see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Riley Mann. Broncos players and Broncos manager Doug Bell, please head out to home plate. We'd like to welcome to the field Daryl Whitney and Ken Petz from the El Dorado Community Foundation, who's here to present a grant to the El Dorado Broncos.
Ladies and gentlemen, several evenings ago, the Broncos honored our nation's veterans and recognized local veterans with the awarding of a Celebration of Freedom baseball and a medallion. And tonight, Daryl Whitney and myself, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the El Dorado Community Foundation, would like to present the Bells and the Broncos organization with this check for $700 to help defray the cost of that event and to help begin the establishment of an honor flight fund to send a local veteran to Washington, D.C. So Doug and Vicki and all the Broncos, congratulations on your team and your season and the work you do for our community.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the El Dorado Community Foundation. A big thanks for their grant for the El Dorado Broncos.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is time for Broncos baseball. A cloudy, warm night here in El Dorado. The Broncos close out their home portion of the schedule tonight. Game 3 of a 3-game series with the Great Bend Batcats. Good evening. Kurt Caden with you. Nice to have you tuned in here tonight as we get ready for another exciting night of El Dorado Bronco baseball. Batting order tonight for the Batcats. Peyton Barnes leads off. Benjamin Sems second. Corrigan Bartlett third. Hunter Romero fourth. Jordan Wilkerson fifth. And Brett Bonner sixth. Brady Michael will bat seventh. Brandon Bachar eighth. And Mateo Zunica will bat ninth. For the Broncos out in the field, well, let's go out into left field. And it's Chad Crosby. A little blurry because of the netting getting my autos focus. There's Kyle Barfield in center field. And the right fielder tonight, there we go, is Johnny Laguerre. Around the infield, Tanner Sheets is at third base. Tyler Bailey at short. DJ Gasso is at second base. And Colton Schenker is at first base. Behind the dish tonight, well, hard to tell, it's Jarrett Coyne. And on the hill is Hunter Larson. So Hunter Larson will start this final home game for El Dorado. And first pitch of the night is fouled off. So no balls and a strike. We'll get the, let's see, we need that image on there for you. There we go. And strike one. And that pitch low, ball one. Our first pitch temperature tonight, 93 degrees. It feels like 95. We have had a shift of winds. They were out of the south. They are now out of the north. There is storms just to the north and to the west of us. So we're going to hope to get this one in here tonight. Fouled out down the right field side, twisting out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Peyton Barnes. Peyton Barnes last night went 0 for 4. And on Tuesday night, we saw Barnes go 2 for 5. So 2 for 9 for the series to this point. Hunter Larson with the pitch and just missed a little bit upstairs. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Larson goes from the stretch. And the pitch. This one's bounced towards third. Sheets has it. Takes a couple of steps. Strong throw to first. And the leadoff man is retired here in the top of the first inning. So 1 away, and here's Benjamin Sems. Benjamin Sems, 6'3", 180, from the University of Kansas. Left-handed batter is Sems from Chesterfield, Missouri. And he'll look at strike one from Larson. Hunter Larson in his 7th game, his 6th start of the season for El Dorado. He is 2-2. Another one of the Broncos, like so many of them, just continues to get better over the summer. This one cued past the pitcher. Coming in his sheets, has to throw it quick, and does, and got Sems. Terrific play there by Sheets. That had to be a quick glove to hand to throw. And an accurate throw. That was an interesting just kind of cue ball off the bat. And it was just out of the reach of Larson. So 2 away for the Batcats here in the top of the first inning, and Corrigan Bartlett stands in. Right-handed stick is Bartlett, and this one's going to hit him. So Bartlett will trot down to first base after being hit by pitch, and here comes Hunter Romero. For Larson, again, 2 wins, 2 losses, 29 2/3 innings of work, 27 hits, just 10 earned runs. So he leads the team in ERA. 15 walks, 26 strikeouts. And Bartlett now trying to see if he's all right over there. So he seems to be all right. He'll get his lead, and here's Hunter Romero. Hunter Romero, familiar spot, the number 4 hole for Great Bend. He was 0 for 4 last night. First pitch misses, and it's ball 1. El Dorado winning last night, 5-4. A lot of runs early, and then the Broncos pitching relievers really did a good job for El Dorado. McIntyre went 6. Schenker went 1. Glass went 1, and Hudson went 1. Bartlett goes down and scoops this one foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. The email highway is wide open. Look forward to seeing your emails again tonight. It's cadenbroadcasting@gmail.com. CAD. Bartlett ready for the 1-1. Hits it hard towards Bailey at short, and it goes off his glove. That'll be an error on Bailey. So runners at first and second. He went to the backhand, but he didn't really. It was hit hard, but it was right in his neighborhood there. And just didn't quite get down enough on that one. Just a little bit lazy on that pick. So Jordan Wilkerson will step in. Runners at first and second. Jordan Wilkerson hitting .324 for the summer. And he hits this one towards Sheets. Sheets has a chance to retire all 3 Batcats, and he does. He'll go the short way to second base. So no runs, no hits. There was an error, and 1 left. After a half inning of play, Great Bend 0. El Dorado coming to bat. So nice to have you tuned in tonight. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. Batting order for El Dorado tonight. Tyler Bailey leads off. Jarrett Coyne second. Aaron Mack third. Kyle Barfield will bat fourth. Tanner Sheets fifth. And Johnny Laguerre sixth. Colton Schenker batting seventh tonight. DJ Gasso eighth. And Chad Crosby ninth. 4 Great Bend out in the field, and very similar to what we've seen the first 2 nights. Bartlett's in left field, Zuniga in center, and Wilkerson, who covers a lot of ground, is in right field. Bachar's at third base, Sems at short, Barnes at second, and Romero at first. The catcher tonight is Brett Bonner. And the pitcher is Jeonju Kim. And Kim is a good one, and he throws a strike for strike 1. 0-1 is in there. No balls and 2 strikes. So an 0-2 count here for Tyler Bailey. And Bailey hits it out to short. Sems got it on a tricky hop, throws over to first, and retires Bailey. 1 away, and that'll bring up Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett got a rare night off last night. He is catching tonight. Jarrett Coyne, right-handed batter, steps in against Kim. And he hits it up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Hit early in the count, and Jarrett Coyne is on first base. Amy Russell and Clan has to be happy with that. Gary Carr always does a little Irish jig when the Broncos get a hit, so they continue the streak of never being no hit in Gary Carr's time. First pitch to Aaron Mack, and that misses, ball 1. The 0-1, and this one's fouled by a little bit lower, and that might have snuck right into our booth here. We didn't bring a glove. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Aaron Mack. Aaron is DHing tonight. And the pitch to Mack high, 2-1. I talked to Aaron. You might remember on Tuesday night, he slid into third base. Next thing he knew, he caught a baseball right in the neck. He told me it did hit him right in the neck. He was stunned a little bit, but he played last night and seemed to be fine. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch, a little off on that one, and a swing and a miss, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. For Kim, he comes in with a record of 5-1 for the Batcats. 7th start of the summer, 40 2/3 inning of work. He's given up 44 hits, 18 earned runs, 12 walks, 45 strikeouts, and Gary tells me that leads our league. So he's a strikeout guy. He leaves this one up high, and it's 3-2. So Aaron Mack now with a full count. Jarrett Coyne, a one-out single down at first base. Kyle Barfield waiting on deck for the Broncos. And here comes the 3-2 from Kim, and that's high, ball 4. Good discipline by Aaron Mack. He likes to swing that stick. That was tantalizing, but he was able to hold off, and El Dorado with runners at first and second. Good pitcher like Kim, certainly for the Broncos to, get him in some taxing innings early on here. Jungju Kim. And the pitch to Barfield. That's high, ball 1. Jungju Kim is from Seoul, South Korea, and he goes to school at the University of the Ozarks. Winds blowing pretty strong out of the north, which, if you're familiar with our broadcasts, that generally is a rarity here during July. Barfield hits this one. The wind's not going to help it. It's falling fast, and coming in is Bartlett. He'll make the catch. So 2 away, and here comes Tanner Sheets. Kyle just got under that one. So here's Tanner Sheets coming up. Two away for El Dorado. Tanner Sheets has had 3 home runs in his last 5 games. Off speed, curveball down in the turf, ball 1. Tanner Sheets, really a fun kid to watch swing the bat. Certainly have enjoyed Tanner. This is his 9th game with the Broncos. Here's the 1-0, and that one's low. Bounces away from Bonner. Pass ball will move the runners up. So Tanner Sheets now with a good RBI situation. Sheets hitting .308 on the season. 3 home runs and 4 runs batted in. He's got a chance to get a couple here. 2 balls and no strikes to Tanner Sheets. And that pitch in there. Fastball on the inner third for strike 1. Nice to have you. A lot of folks tuning in here on YouTube. Great to have you tuned in tonight. Kim's got his sign. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. And Sheets out in front, 2-2. So Kim gets the count back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jarrett Coyne with a 1-out single. Aaron Mack worked a walk. Barfield flew out to left. The leadoff batter, Bailey, grounded out to short. And then the runners moved up on the pass ball a moment ago. Here's the 2-2. Sheets hits it hard through the hole. 1 run is in. Here comes Aaron Mack chugging hard. And the throw goes to third. Caught in a rundown is Sheets. And Sheets still hung up. Now he's going back. Nearly ran into the fielder. Ball thrown in the turf. Sheets hustling back to first, and he'll be tagged out. But Tanner Sheets with an RBI, 2 RBI single, gives El Dorado a 2-0 lead. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. Nobody left. After 1 complete, Broncos 2 and Great Bend 0. The catcher, Brett Bonner, will lead it off for Great Bend here in the top of the second inning. So that put out on sheets. I should have watched that one, Gary. It was like 7-6 or 5, then to 4, I think, to 3, and then to 6, I think.
That's like 7, 4, 3, 6, 3.
Works for me. You could have said any set of numbers. I think I'd have gone with it. Bonner hits it on the right side. Schenker fields it. Now underhands over to Larson, covering for the out. Nice job by Schenker. Knock it down, gather it. Hunter Larson covering. And the put out 3-1 for the first out. Hunter Larson, of course, you will remember earlier this season, was pitching brilliantly one night. No hitter, and took a line drive off the head. And fortunately, he was okay. Good medical staff here in El Dorado at Susan B. Allen Memorial. And here he is pitching again for the Broncos. And he's pitched a couple of times, actually, since that incident. Brady Michael batting. He is the DH. We have not seen Brady this series until tonight. And Brady Michael is a .271 hitter. This is his 18th game. 48 at-bats, 13 hits. 3 doubles and a home run for Michael. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch outside, 2-1. Brady Michael is from Great Bend, and he goes to Barton County. So a 2-1 pitch from Larson, and this one's hit high in the air. Kyle Barfield settling under it. The proverbial can of corn, you could call that one, and that's 2 outs. So 2 away. Brandon Bacher stepping in. 2 away for Great Bend. Here in the second inning, Bacher over at third base again tonight, and he looks at ball 1. So a ball and no strikes. We're going to get looking at some emails here. The 1-0 bounced foul. A lot of our great Bronco fans, if you do the Facebook thing, I made a post before I came here tonight, kind of gathered some of the pictures that so many of you have sent me this summer and posted them on Facebook. And, of course, I was doing it off my phone, so I may have put some of the same people in there multiple times, but just wanted to express my thanks. Probably do it a few times tonight, how much I appreciate the terrific support, the way you parents are just baseball junkies and can't get enough of the game and watch from start to finish every night. Here's a chopper to Sheets. He's going to have to throw it quickly. Got it there and retires. Bacher, I should say. So that was a close play. Good strong arm by Tanner Sheets. 3 up, 3 down for Great Bend in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. El Dorado 2, Great Bend 0. Johnny Laguerre to lead it off for El Dorado here in the bottom of the second inning. Tanner Sheets, again, we can't say it enough. 2-out RBIs are just gold in this game, and Tanner Sheets came up with 2 of them before being retired on the base pads. Laguerre chops it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. But do want to tell again the parents out there, just amazed at how many of you find our broadcasts and share it with your friends and family, and how many of you will watch these games from start to finish. Tough chance, and the wind, that north wind helped John Laguerre there. That looked like it might just stay in play or in foul territory, but it got over the fence, so Laguerre will get another shot. But it has been a fun summer. Always bittersweet on that final broadcast. I will miss not doing this and talking to all of you for the summer, but I do look forward to seeing my family again. They've been wondering where I'm at. So that's a good thing for me. I'll get to see them again. And Laguerre, that's a great pitch by Kim, right on the outer third, right across the knees, and strike 1. Kim is a strikeout guy. So 1 away, and here comes Colton Schenker. Colton Schenker playing first base tonight, and he swings and misses. Strike 1. Schenker from right down the road in Augusta, and has done a good job on the hill for the Broncos. At the plate, Colton Schenker's average is at .234, 94 at-bats, 22 hits, 8 runs, 12 RBI. Here's 1-1, and Schenker hits it out into center field, left center field. Zuniga covers a lot of ground, and he makes a catch. That one hung up on there for him as well. So 2 away, and that'll bring up DJ Gasso. DJ Gasso came into the game midway through last night, so certainly feeling better. Tight hamstring forced him out of action over the weekend. (2-0) El Dorado. 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. And Gasso looks at a curveball miss. 1 ball and no strikes. Just not you. That north wind will blow in and start rustling all our sheets here. Gary and I have a couple of trees in front of us here. Paper. Empty Polish dog wrapper and whatnot. Here's the 2-0, and that one's low. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Gasso in his 10th game for El Dorado. He's hitting .300. So Kim way behind here, 3-0 in the pitch, and that's high, a 4-pitch walk. So a 2-out walk to DJ, and here comes Chad Crosby. Hello to Jeff Meyer, the J-Clan down in Oklahoma City watching. Thank you for the email, Jeff. Two away. And Crosby looks at one in the turf. Nice block by Bonner. 1 ball and no strikes. Julie Riggs, thank you for the email and the very kind words. And but you could still watch and listen to me high school and college games. I post those on my Facebook page when I'm doing them. But Julie, it's been a pleasure. It was so much fun to meet you and Grant and everybody. And Grandma Suvain down in Florida told me to come down to Daytona to broadcast. We're assuming it's the Reds minor league system there, AA. But, boy, Grandma Suvain, your emails have been so much fun. 2 balls, no strikes to Crosby. Chad playing left field tonight, batting 9th. And the pitch, and he's swinging through that fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Aunt Sally finally got the adapter to hook the iPad to the big screen. Waited for the last game to do it. Sally, thank you very much. And more photos coming in, too. You can still send photos of how you're watching. Love to see that one more time. It's Stella and Harrison. And they're wearing their orange tonight. I'm not sure if it's Broncos orange, but it is orange, so I know they're cheering on the Broncos. Harrison loves the Broncos. So does Stella. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that pitch in the turf. 3-2. So an action pitch coming up. Chad Crosby will be on the move, DJ Gasso will be on the move. Nicole Estes, thank you. I just sent you a Facebook friend request, too. We might as well be friends on Facebook, right? Thank you for that photo of 2 of my favorites, Stella and Harrison. Here comes a 3-2. Gasso on the move, and Crosby hits it out into right field, and Wilkerson started back, now comes in and makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 3rd inning. El Dorado 2, Great Bend 0. You're watching and listening to Bronco Baseball here on YouTube. El Dorado here as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. And it'll be Mateo Zuniga leading it off for Great Bend. Zuniga has been the center fielder. So many of these Great Bend Batcats, they seem to be settled into a lineup they like, positions, and it's worked for them. They've won 9 of 13. Zuniga squares, didn't offer, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Zuniga broke his bat, popped it up on the infield. Tyler Bailey will make an easy catch for the first out.
Coming to the plate, your second baseman.
So here comes the leadoff batter, Peyton Barnes. Peyton Barnes grounded out to third his first time. He comes into play tonight, a .284 hitter, 95 at-bats, 27 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers. And he looks at strike one, Hunter Larson. Right in the zone. Strike one. So no balls and a strike. Broncos got the black jerseys tonight. Jarrett Coyne calls time. Black jerseys, orange numerals, white trim, and the white pants. And the Batcats have their green tops with the blue numerals, kind of a blue stripe you can see on the shoulder of their uniform. White trim, white pants. Larson, beautiful curve there. No balls and 2 strikes. Hunter Larson is going to Utah Valley University. He's from Emmett, Idaho. And the 0-2, and good pitch by Larson. He tested the inside and just missed. So a ball and 2 strikes. Benjamin Sims waits on deck. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Larson. Again, he goes from the stretch. Curveball, a beauty, a swing, foul tip into the glove of Jarrett Coyne, and that's the second out.
Coming to the plate, number 6, Benjamin Sims.
So 2 away for Great Bend, and here comes Sims. Do apologize if there's any crackling in the background. I listened last night and heard some of that. I really don't know why that happens. There's a swing and a miss, a slow curve in there, and Sims swung through it. Sometimes I can look at the meter that when I speak, and I can tell that there might be some static going across. I don't know why that is. Here comes the 0-1, and just missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the big news in our league today is that Oklahoma City has folded. We saw Oklahoma City here a week ago. There's a swing and a miss. And Oklahoma City, we assume, are playing tonight. They were at home, but they were supposed to go to Great Bend for the weekend. That's not going to happen. They were supposed to take on Liberal. That's not going to happen. And those teams get 3 free wins, which really stings if you're a Bronco fan. I mean, El Dorado, if they get a win here tonight, they'd be a game behind Great Bend. But they can't make up any ground even if they go to Hayesville and sweep, because Great Bend is going to be gifted 3 wins. Here's a 2-2, and this one's fisted into shallow left field in foul territory. Tanner Sheets runs it down, makes a great catch in foul territory. 3 up, 3 down in the 3rd inning for Larson. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. El Dorado 2, Great Bend 0. More about Oklahoma City, more of your emails coming up. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. Bottom of the 3rd here from McDonald Stadium. Tyler Bailey is going to lead it off for El Dorado. Grounded out to short his first time. El Dorado leading 2-0 thanks to a 2-out, 2 RBI single by Tanner Sheets. Bailey, first pitch swinging. Zunick a little trouble finding it first. Now he's got it and makes the catch. At first he looked like maybe he didn't see it, but then he found it rather quickly. So 1 away for El Dorado, and here comes Jarrett Coyne, who got things going for El Dorado in the first with a 1-out single. Came across and scored the first run for the Broncos. 2-0 Broncos, and the pitch from Coyne. First pitch swinging, fouls it out of play. More on Oklahoma City and how that certainly it affects El Dorado in a bad way, because Great Bend is going to get 3 freebies. It really helps Great Bend. Not that they wouldn't have won 3 against OKC, but they get to save their pitchers, and that means that pretty much means everyone is available here tonight, which is another advantage. And then you look at the top 4 teams in our league, and Hayes, Derby, and Dodge City have to be hating that Liberal will get 3 free wins. Here's the 0-2 to Coyne. That's a beauty in there for strike 3. Nice pitch by Kim. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Aaron Mack. He walked and scored his first time. The Hayes leading 5-0 over Dodge City. It's really off air. Here's a pitch to Mack, and he flips it into, let's see, it's going to drift into foul territory, and Bacher's got it for the catch. A quick third inning for Great Bend. And if you're a Bronco fan with a 2-0 lead, you want to get through 4.5 as quickly as you can. 2-0 Broncos. We'll head to the 4th inning. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. Top of inning number 4 coming up. So, again, finishing what we were talking about Oklahoma City, and that, it'll affect the league. Again, don't forget, the Hayes Larks, thanks to their runner-up finish at the NBC last summer, they have an automatic berth into the second week, which is the championship week of the NBC. And then the next top 2 teams, if Hayes is one of the top 2 teams, then the top 3 teams or top 4 teams will go. So that makes it interesting as well. With Dodge City struggling a bit, Great Bend picking up 3 free wins, they have a very realistic chance of getting into that top 4 spot. That makes this game really important. The Broncos, they certainly have they have winnable games at Hayesville coming up this weekend. It'll be tough at Hayes, but they can play with the Larks as well. There's a swing and a miss, strike 1. To Corrigan Bartlett. Again, we've talked about the NBC World Series. If you're not that familiar, it's really what these teams are playing for, to play in Wichita. They've got a team called the Kansas Stars, which is ex-Major League Baseball players. They're already entered into the second week, which in these parts gets a lot of ink for or against. There are certainly advantages to it. There are certainly disadvantages to it. So last year, the El Dorado Broncos made it into the first week. And when you get there you play into pool play, and El Dorado came up short, did not qualify for the second week. Bartlett thought that hit him again, and then had a late break to it and missed him. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Corrigan Bartlett. Bartlett hit by a pitch his first time. Hunter Larson dealing here in the top of the 4th inning for El Dorado. And the pitch. And that one bounced in. Larson a little off balance after the throw there. Had to get his hand out there to keep him up. Aunt Sally, thanks for sending me the picture with myself and Jarrett and Josh. I plan to post that sometime on my Facebook page. Feel free to, if you want to follow the life and times of Kurt Caden, follow me on Facebook. Here's a weak pop on the infield, and Tanner Sheets, who's been a busy Bronco tonight, makes the catch.
Coming to the plate, number 21, Hunter Romero.
So 1 away. The Broncos and the Batcats here on Tuesday night, we saw Great Bend really unload offensively. 4 solo home runs. They had 10 runs on 16 hits. They won the game 10-4. Last night, El Dorado bounced back like they so often do and have done this year. I think back to the opening series. Lost that opening night to Hayesville. Came back, won the next 2. Lost opening game to Dodge City. Came back, won the next 2. They've been a resilient bunch after a slow start. No balls and a strike, now 1-1. So there certainly is a chance that the Broncos get an invite to the NBC World Series. The Jayhawk League gets a lot of respect, and the teams from the Jayhawk have done very well in the tournament, so that goes hand in hand. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Of course, the bad news for you parents, though, it means your sons stay in Kansas and in El Dorado for another couple of weeks. Big flash of lightning out into left field. So I'm going to pull up my radar and see what we got. Here's 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch missing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The base umpire with an eye on the sky as well as on the plate. And, yeah, we're going to be getting hit here pretty shortly. Unlike when we had that one rain out, this may get out of here in not too long of a time. Long fly out by Romero out to left field, up to the wall. On Tuesday or Wednesday night, that probably is a home run. But tonight, with the wind blowing in, it stops at the wall. Chad Crosby with the catch for El Dorado. So there's a thunderstorm. It doesn't look like a storm that will sit on top of us, but we will be getting hit. There are some reds and some yellows in that, which indicates heavier rain. But after looking at the outfield grass, it could use some rain. First pitch to Wilkerson is low, ball 1. Behind it, there's some light showers behind the first storm wave that will hit. If we do get hit by rain and go into delay, we'll just keep the stream going. Turn down the volume, and you can see what's going on here weather-wise in El Dorado. Storms just rolled through Wichita, are moving through Andover right now, and are starting to sneak into the El Dorado area. Probably another, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes at most. 3 balls and no strikes here to a dangerous hitter in Jordan Wilkerson. Will he get a green light? He will. Swing and a miss, or a foul tip, I should say. If I'm managing Jordan Wilkerson, I give him the green light on 3-0. He has a violent swing. Terrific hitter in Wilkerson. Great power, 7 home runs. He hit a long bomb here. Was his the laser beam home run? 3-1 is outside, ball 4. So Wilkerson will trot down to first base. And that'll bring up the catcher, Brett Bonner. Bonner from Rose Hill. But I know Gary's been doing games in this press box a lot longer than I have, but I do know when you start feeling that cool breeze coming in to the press box and you see clouds behind it, there's just one thing missing: the rain. And here's a sharp single. This will be the first hit of the night for Great Bend, and it goes to the wall by Bonner. Up against it is Barfield. Throws it to Gasso, and they miss the cutoff man, and that'll be a 2-out RBI double by Bonner. How big walks again? They just always seem to have that ability to come back and nip you. Bonner hit that sharply out into right center field. So a 2-1 game, and here comes Brady Michael. That was the first hit of the night for the Batcats. So Hunter Larson trying to bear down near on Michael, and the fastball in, ball 1. El Dorado will be in Hayesville this weekend. And though you Bronco fans who love to watch and listen, Hayesville Aviators have a YouTube page, and they broadcast as we do. Here's a throw down to second base, and not a good one by Jared. It got past Bailey. That will be an error, I imagine. Probably on Coin. Error on the throw? Yep. So 2 balls and no strikes here to Michael. But if you do a YouTube search of Hayesville Aviators, you'll be able to watch this weekend's games between the Broncos and the Aviators. Good group of guys that does the game. Now, the play-by-play can be a bit monotone, but something is better than nothing, and I don't know. They brought a runner out. Bonner is not out there right now running. Here is a pitch hit right back to Larson. He'll glove it. Underhand to Schenker, and that will retire. No, that was Bonner. That was the catcher. The Great Bend Batcats score 1 time on 1 hit. There was an error and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-1, El Dorado. Give you more info on the broadcast coming up for you Bronco fans. But let's take a quick timeout. So let's take a quick look at that scoreboard there. 2-2-2 for El Dorado, 1-1-0 for Great Bend. 2-1 Broncos. And just to give you a look at what we have above us here, there's where the storm is coming, right out in that area. First pitch to Barfield is low, ball 1. Of course, this is the last home game, so I would imagine they will do whatever they can to somehow get this game in. Here's the 1-0, and Barfield puts a good swing on it, but hit it right at the left fielder, Bartlett. And Kim went a little soft on that pitch, so all the power had to be generated by Kyle, and he lined it right to the left fielder. Here comes Tanner Sheets. Sheets with the biggest hit of the night right now, a 2 RBI single that scored Jarrett Coyne and Aaron Mack. Tanner Sheets from San Jac Community College heading to Kansas State. And I know Grandma Sue Vane is out there watching. I've got to put something on the camera here for her. Pitch in the turf. It's 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. And Sheets a swing and a miss. Strike 1. So I know Grandma Sue Vane is watching down in Florida. Got this picture with daughter Sue Vane and your grandson Austin. So I may have to send that one to you.
Tell Haley hi. I think she's watching it.
Haley's watching. All right. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Tanner Sheets, I believe is the right count. No, it's 3-2. Is that right? 3-2. I had it right. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Sheets. And the pitch. And Sheets shoots it out into left center field. And a clean single for Sheets. He takes a big turn, but he'll head back. So Tanner Sheets continues to swing it well for El Dorado. That'll bring up Johnny Laguerre, Sharon's boy. I appreciated the email from Sharon Laguerre last night. One away, and Laguerre looks at it low, ball 1. Johnny Laguerre struck out looking his first time on just a terrific pitch by Kim. Hello to Randy Meyer and Betty and the girls, and you're welcome for the broadcasts. Of course, always like to defer the credit to Doug and Vicky Bell. They allow me to come up here and do the games. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you, Randy and Betty. Randy, I've appreciated your comments throughout the summer, and especially when the broadcasts weren't sounding right or weren't looking right. You were always spot on with your analysis, so thank you. Laguerre hits it hard right at the shortstop, Sems. So that's 3 really well-struck balls for the Broncos here in the inning, but they have 2 outs to show for it. Back in safe with Sheets at first base. So here comes Schenker. Schenker flew out to center field his first time. So Randy, I will miss seeing your emails unless you decide to watch some of my high school and college broadcasts at Southwestern. Sheets got a running start, stopped. Kim heard his first baseman yell runner, and so not being rattled, didn't balk, he just stepped off, and everything's okay for Great Bend. Here's the pitch, and Schenker hits it hard at the shortstop. Sems flips it in the air with his glove and then throws out Schenker. How about the glove work by Benjamin Sems? 4 hard-hit balls by El Dorado, but just 1 hit. No runs. We head to the 5th inning. El Dorado 2, Great Bend 1. Top of inning number 5. Moving right along here in El Dorado. And zooming in. Now here in Kansas, we get some very interesting cloud formations, but I think so many of us have just seen big storms. Certainly this, July isn't a huge big storm month, but they're certainly possible, but kind of scary looking clouds, but they don't appear to be the kind that certainly would be like tornado or anything like that. Some low-hanging, they call those scud clouds here. Here's a pop-up. Coyne flips the mask off. And right on the lettering of El Dorado, he's going to make the catch, drifting back a little bit. And there's the first out of Brandon Bacher. Here comes Zuniga. Tell you what, the one really sharp hit from Great Bend was that double by Bonner out to right center. They popped up a lot. Ground balls to Sheets over at third. Hunter Larson is pitching himself a nice game here to this point. 2-1 El Dorado, and the pitch to Zuniga stayed upstairs, ball one. And that pitch in there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hello to Bob Randall watching the game with Miss Judy, Uncle Bob, Aunt Nancy. Oh, there it is on the laptop. There it is. Love that. Good to see everyone. Always looking great. Here comes the pitch. Sounded like a broken bat. Bounces it to Sheets. He'll fire over to first, and they retire a fast runner in Zuniga. So 2 away. We're out away from being an official game. Grandma Shelley, Grandma Mike are watching Chad Crosby tonight. Chad's a true freshman. Chad Crosby, I'm going to talk more about that when we get to his time at the plate, but some good information there. 2 away. 1 ball, no strikes to the leadoff batter, Peyton Barnes. And this one's fisted out into shallow center. Bailey ranging back, and he makes the catch. And again, not even close really to squaring up Hunter Larson tonight. A rather easy inning for Larson. His pitch count has to be very low right now. We'll let you know where he's at. We are halfway through from El Dorado. Broncos 2, Batcats 1. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. So, bottom of the 5th inning. Hunter Larson right now is at 61 pitches. And he's been touched up hard 1 time. Now, Kim certainly came in with more accolades. A lot of strikeouts, a 5-1 record. But you'd have to say Larson has outpitched him to this point. But this Kim he's legit. He's very good. Changes speed's about as good as any pitcher I've seen in our league. And there's very quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So the 0-2 coming up here to Gasso. And a swing and a miss. Ball rolled out of the glove of Bonner. He'll tag Gasso to record the out. You know, the Broncos, when they've had success, they've gone after Kim early in the count. When he gets you to 1-2, 2-2, his arsenal is too good. So 1 away, and here is Chad Crosby. So Chad Crosby, a true freshman, had 1,395 yards as a varsity running back. He batted .385 as a senior in high school. And we're glad to have Chad here in El Dorado this summer. 1-0 pitch to Crosby, fouled back, 1-1. And Grandma Shelley, I'm sorry. I feel like I give my email address out a lot, but I probably don't as much as I should. It is CADEN, Caden Broadcasting at gmail.com. Here's a 1-1 to Crosby, and that's low and in, ball 2. Whoop! Papers flying all over the place. Gary's going to grab the door for me. I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We have the door chained, but we've had a lot of traffic in and out tonight, and foul ball into the dugout, or into the bullpen, I should say. Thank you, Gary. Again, with the north wind, when the door opens up, it is just a funnel. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a good pitch by Kim just missed. And it's 3-2. Here's a full count pitch. Crosby fists it over the shortstop's head or not? No, it's Simpson. He actually overran it, and he had to make a kind of a basket catch in front of him while his momentum was going out to left field. That is a high degree of difficulty on that catch. Again, with the wind gusting, like off the bat, I thought that was going into shallow left field, but the wind is blowing in. Sems has good range anyway. So here's Tyler Bailey, swing and a miss, strike 1. So no balls and a strike here to Tyler Bailey. And the pitch, beautiful curveball. That was the epitome of the slow curve right there. So no balls and 2 strikes. And a fastball. Bailey pops it up, looking for it as the first baseman. Now he finds it, drifting into foul territory, still drifting, and just couldn't get there. Again, the north wind is just pushing that ball towards the right field side, the parking lot. And tough job for Romero. And what made it even tougher is he didn't see it at first. Once he found it, now you're trying to run under a ball that is just getting pushed towards the fence. Kim bounces one in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the slow curve bounces in again, 2-2. So Tyler Bailey, he's 0 for 2 tonight, grounded out to short, flew out to center field. Here comes the 2-2, and bounces this one towards third. Bacher's got it, off balance throw, and Bailey hustling down the line, but he's out by a step. So 3 up and 3 down for El Dorado. Cruising right along with a storm rolling in. 2-1 Broncos. We head to the 6th here on YouTube. So welcome back here. The umpires have just called Roger Ward over to the El Dorado dugout. We just could see a flash of lightning. The storms are getting ready to roll in here. Doug Bell's going to come out. So we're going to go into a delay. I think Doug's telling the Great Bend guys where they can go for cover. If you're a Bronco fan, you're thinking, we'll even just call it right here, 2-1. But that is not going to be the case, I wouldn't think. So, you can kind of see there's the meeting of the minds. Toby Reuter, Roger Ward, Doug Bell. Roger Ward did not look happy about getting beckoned over, but it looks like he's got a smile on his face now. Doug Bell's got his phone out, looking at the radar. So, Roger Ward doesn't look thrilled. Now, you got to consider for Roger Ward, he's saying, let's get out there, let's get another half inning in, because say we get a ton of rain and they have to call the game. It's an official game, and El Dorado would win. And Great Bend, again, they're going to get 3 free wins for the weekend. But they know if they get this one, that's going to even help their cause even more as far as getting in that top 4 and getting a chance to go into the NBC World Series. That's the goal. So we are probably going to, if it starts raining and it starts raining in here, I'm going to have to shut the window in front of me. Last time we did that, folks were saying, oh, we could see you, the glare. What do we got? Yeah, I know. The pitchers, we've had 2 terrific pitchers going tonight, and now they're going to have to sit for at least 30 minutes. And I'd imagine since it hasn't begun to rain yet, and maybe we'll get lucky. I mean, there's sometimes you'll see storms that looks like 100% chance they're going to hit you here in Kansas, and then they'll miss you. Of course, then you'll have times when you don't think there's a chance you're going to get rain, and you'll get it. It's the joy of Kansas weather. So as we stay on the air here, Gary's seen a lot of these rain delays. So what is the league rule? You told me last time. Is it like 90 minutes or?
The NCAA rule is every time they see a flash of lightning,
30 more minutes, yes. NAIA the same way. So anytime there's a flash of lightning. Now this storm, although it looks like heavy rain, it doesn't look like much else in that, but there is a lot of lightning in this storm. That could really, I mean, we're not proud. We'll take a 6-inning or a 5-inning win. But the rule is every time you see lightning, you have to wait another 30 minutes. That's an NCAA and NAIA rule. So okay, so yep. There's a lot of wrinkles, and it does look like, well, yeah, it's starting to rain now. So you can see there's an umbrella there, and of course here at McDonald Stadium we have the cover there, but if you're on the first row of seats, you're going to get rained on, so the fans are going to move for cover. So a rain delay here from El Dorado. I'll pop on periodically and try to do my best meteorologist impersonation for you, but raining now. And don't forget, we have a turf infield, so the infield should be fine. It's a grass outfield that has not had water on it time, and I'm not sure if that is good or bad, because sometimes if it's just hard pan under there, it'll just puddle up and stay there. So we shall wait and see. Broncos lead 2-1. We're in a rain delay. You can go back, go find a meal or favorite beverage. Scroll around the TV, and we'll be right here. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. And welcome back, everyone. Thought I'd pop on here and kind of give you an update of what's going on. Still raining, not as hard as it was. Still raining, and you probably just saw that flash of lightning as well. Just heard that at 9 o'clock they're going to reassess the situation at 9 o'clock tonight. Puddling up near the dugout, that's not really a big deal. Hard to tell how playable the grass is right now. The warning track at this time of night is hard to tell what it's like. So looking at the radar here for El Dorado, as the temperature, by the way, has cooled off quite a bit. We're down to 73 degrees. We started the game at around 90, 92, I think. But now we've dropped 20 degrees. It's pretty comfortable right now here. A lot of rain is just to the north of us. And just watching the radar, not telling me much. The storm's all of a sudden not really moving very much. And again, it's the lightning. If you continue to see lightning, they're not going to send, well, anyone, certainly not these young athletes. I wouldn't think they're going to send them out if it's still flashing lightning. And just to the north of us, it's just strong enough where there is lightning. This storm has a lot of lightning in it. So we will continue to wait and see. 2-1 is our score in favor of the El Dorado Broncos. And we will come back on here in a few minutes and give you an update. We're still waiting on the rain delay. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. So, decision here at 9 o'clock has been made, and as you can tell, the players are shaking hands, and so the El Dorado Broncos win this game by a score of 2-1. Hunter Larson is the winning pitcher tonight. Jujong Kim is the losing pitcher. That's his second loss of the summer, and there was no save. So a rain-shortened 5-inning game, but it is a legal game. They got just enough in, and the Broncos win 2-1. So El Dorado moves to within a game of fifth-place Great Bend. Don't forget, Great Bend will have the weekend off because Oklahoma City has given up the ship, and so 3 free wins for Great Bend for the weekend. See how many of you are still with us here, 36 of you. So for the Broncos, they will go to Hayesville this weekend. And again, the Hayesville Aviators broadcast their games, shall I say, on the same venue here, on YouTube. So if you search Hayesville Aviators, now don't be shocked when their camera angle is from behind third base. So it's a little weird to watch.
The game should have been called
But-
before the fucking fifth inning. Why? Wait till it's-
But whew, didn't really need that. Great Bend's manager just came barking obscenities at us, or they thought the game should have been called before we got into the fifth inning. But so I apologize if anything came across air there that is not supposed to. Again, the Hayesville Aviators, the camera angle is a little different, but you'll still get to see your sons out there and get to see the games and whatnot. And then the Hayes Larks also broadcast their games, not on YouTube, but if you go on Facebook and find the Hayes Larks website, you can find that they broadcast their games too. So a chance to still watch the Broncos in action the next 6 games, just not without yours truly. Appreciate so much. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed getting to know all of you who watch and listen so faithfully each and every night. And I've really enjoyed your emails. I will miss those. Feel free to drop me a line anytime. Would love to hear from you and what's going on in your world. Hopefully the Broncos will invite me back to broadcast again next summer. Good luck to the Broncos the rest of the way. 2-1, Broncos win. Hope you have a great rest of your summer. Thank you so much. These broadcasts wouldn't be anything without all of you and your great comments, your great pictures. And I cannot express enough how much I appreciate that. So, for the final time, Kurt Caden bidding you good night from El Dorado.